So, we're going to talk about tonight urban legends. So, if you've got an urban legend, you want to come in a box, you want to tell us what your favourite urban legend is, or if there's an urban legend that is local to you and you want to tell us a bit about it, then we're all ears. We want to hear your spooky stories tonight. So, Emma, do you want to start tonight?
I could start tonight.
Okay, so you tell us where's yours from and tell us a bit about your urban legend.
So the urban legend is from Lancashire, Cheshire, and a bit of Shropshire, but namely the north of England. And she's called Jenny Greenteeth.
Jenny, hang on, I'm going to put you in the big box. There you go. Jenny Greenteeth.
Jenny Greenteeth, yes.
She sounds mean.
But in like Cheshire, she's actually called a Wicked Jenny. I think the Greenteeth is fun.
Right, okay.
So she's a maleficent river hag, and she has green skin, long blonde hair, sharp teeth, and people describe her as a bony figure. And she is found lurking in murky waters with like covered in the green algae. And she stays by this water to pull children and the elderly to their death.
Nice.
And it's act as like an old tale to keep children away from water, especially in like the 1900. And in 1952, she actually inspired a character that was in a film. I can't remember the film name at the time, but it was this guy who wrote about legends and turned them into films.
Right. I wish somebody had described me as a bony figure. Not green teeth, though. I wouldn't want to be called green teeth.
Jenny Green, but the thing is, she doesn't have green teeth.
What? Well, why do they call her Jenny Green Teeth? Do you know?
I don't know, but Wicked Jenny makes more sense than green teeth, but green teeth is more fun.
Wow. Nice. We're talking about urban legends tonight.
Okay.
So we want everyone to join in and tell us your favourite, really, or what's local to you. Trev, are you there? There we go. Is Trev there? Oh, joy.
Yeah, sorry, I was out boiling the kettle.
You're boiling the kettle. I've got my cup of coffee. Coffee addict here, you see. So, anyone else got an urban legend? What's near you? What's your favourite?
You've got one.
Go on. And put in the... Yeah, we'll change it round. We'll put you in the big box.
All right. Right, the spotlight. Let me get the spotlight.
Yeah, the spotlight.
Yay! What's your names, by the way?
Heavy metal.
John.
Alan.
John and Alan. Hey.
You all right? So
Yeah, good. Thanks.
So we're from Liverpool originally.
Never a guest.
Yeah, so we're from Liverpool originally, and one of the biggest urban legends where we're from is the tale of Spring-Heeled Jack, and I don't know if anyone's heard of that one. No? Okay. So Spring-Heeled Jack was around, say, mid-Victorian times.
Mid-Victorian time.
He was spotted, funny enough, in, was it London?
London.
First time, and he was said to be, they called him like the devil, basically. But the thing is, the reason they called him Spring-Heeled Jack is because he was able to leap like rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a thing for going after. He technically had a thing for going after women, which is a bit creepy. In one incident, it was based in Liverpool, and there was two sisters at home, and they had a knock on the door, and the voice on the other side of the door said, "It's the police. We're looking for someone. We think we might have apprehended Spring-Heeled Jack." So this lady opened the door, only to find like these glowing eyes, and like the hands were like talons, and it turned out it was Spring-Heeled Jack behind the door, and he breathed like this blue flame in her face and burnt all like the side of her face type thing, and then ran after he attacked her and like ripped all the dress and stuff, and then ran. But as the police were chasing him, you'd hear all the whistles, because they used to use whistles back then, didn't he? He was just leaping over everything that was in front of him. So really high walls, he was just bounding over them like they were nothing. Like they were nothing at all. And he was able to get onto rooftops. It was seen, like I say, he was first seen in London, and then I think it was a bit close to home, and then he started being sighted in Liverpool, and his last sighting was in Everton.
Everton, yeah.
Yeah. So he was last seen. I think he was being chased again. And he leaped over. I don't know if it was like a huge wall, and he was never seen again after that. I think this was around the 1800s.
1800s.
Around the 1800s, and the tales just never died. Really. So yeah, there's books about him. There's all sorts about him.
I
wonder where they go then.
I know, but he's not going to get caught, is he? If he can leap onto rooftops and stuff.
No.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. But that was one of the big ones where we grew up. When we were growing up, that's what we got told about, things like that.
What was he called again?
Spring-heeled Jack.
Spring-heeled Jack.
Have a look.
Yeah, there you go. Sal's going to look it up. Very well.
So yeah, there you go.
That's interesting. They're all a bit creepy, aren't they? Because they've got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, something's got to have happened for the stories to kind of be brought to light.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen him here.
Found him. Oh, he's like
He's like
the devil, long, spindly, pointy legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Alan in shorts.
I love it. I love it. Has anybody else got a story? Joy, Corey?
Yeah, I do, actually. Sorry, I'm also kind of eating. I'll let Mom go first.
Big for a little bit. Have a think and see if you can come up with any more, because we want to try and get as many as we possibly can.
I was going to say Ellen.
Big, Corey, but
Ellen in the chat said Mothman is her favourite.
I know. I'm trying to invite Ellen in because I've heard that she created her own urban legend back in primary school, which makes Ellen a legend. So I wanted to come and tell the story.
She said she just got out the shower, I think. Let me just go back.
We won't let you come on if you just got out the shower.
I want to hear what Heavy
Yeah, I
Metal
would
on.
join, but got out of the shower. One of my faves is Mothman.
Yeah. Heavy Metal Hauntings, what do you guys do?
Before Corey can finish eating.
Heavy Metal Hauntings.
What do we do?
So are you investigators or?
Yeah, investigators. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're investigators. Yeah.
Yeah, we're paranormal investigators. You can give us a Google because we've been in the paper a couple of times. So there was one story, technically an urban legend.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
It's called Richard Tilley. So we investigated a church, a place called Church Farm. It's a farmhouse. It's been there since about 1200s, 13th century. We investigated that, and the rumor around that was there was a 18th century Satanist was rumored to have been buried. So you got the house, and then you've got Bidston Mill, which is the old mill up on this hill that overlooks the River Mersey. The mill's no longer in use; it hasn't been used in a long time. So the rumor was that he was found in a coffin in a basement. In do you know how dandies used to dress? We used to have the powdered wigs and the silky clothing, the ruffs and things like that. He was dressed a bit like that. And so they found this coffin in the basement and a body in it dressed like that. The same night, apparently he was alive and he was attacking people in the house. He was said to be a Satanist. So when they eventually found him, I think it was back in his coffin, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Back in his coffin. So it was a little bit like a vampire story, but not quite. They basically got him and saw him off. But he couldn't be buried on consecrated ground. He wasn't allowed to be buried due to him being a Satanist. So he had to be buried basically elsewhere. And he's said to be buried not far from the mill on Bidston Hill.
Right.
And the wood around there is a bit odd as it is, but because you've got the witch's steps,
Yeah, you got
the urban legends of the wolf, werewolf man, or whatever. There's loads going on. It's a really strange little village. So anyway, we did this investigation there, and we think we never say that we have. Do you know what I mean? We always say we might have. We might have caught a picture of him
Yeah.
in a fireplace. And we ended up in the paper, not we?
Yeah.
We ended up in the paper, not like the Mirror, the Star, the Echo, the Globe. We've recently did 30s Drive. We did 30s Drive in December.
What did we do?
We did it in August or September.
September.
It was September, 7th of September, wasn't it?
It was the start of September, yeah.
Yeah, beginning of September we went.
Yeah, we did ours on the 16th of December.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And we got some really strange goings on there. It was really interesting. It was really interesting. It was really good. We've got an investigation tonight, actually. We don't start at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Where are you guys off?
it's a pub called the Prenton Park Pub in Tranmere, West Prenton.
Cool.
So we're in there.
Our next one's next week. So we're at the National Emergency Services Museum in Sheffield next week, which is going to be good.
Cool.
So that's quite cool.
Yeah.
So you see, when I went to Liverpool, I did a ghost walk, and it took us down Rodney Street and was telling us about the tomb pyramid.
Yeah.
That's quite a fun legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is, yeah.
It is. We know about the background of that. It's a right. I'm gonna come across like I don't know what now, but
debunker.
I know. So the story around it's amazing. It's a boss story. It really is. He was buried in the pyramids above ground with a winning hand, like sat at a table with a winning hand, so the devil couldn't collect his soul. As much as I would love that to be true, I would. It's not. And I was devastated when I found out it wasn't. The pyramid didn't come till about 15, 16 years later. But it's a brilliant story though. Do you know what I mean? But there's loads on Rodney Street. It's probably the most haunted street in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the most haunted, yeah.
We need to get you guys on a Wednesday chat where we're just talking about you guys, because you're dead interesting.
Yes, so on Wednesday nights, normally what we do is have people come on and like, other teams or other interests or all like relating to paranormal.
So next week we've got Joy, and then the week after we've got Corey, who's the unidentified flying project. I struggle saying that.
But spooky and kooky.
Well, say just let us know when you're free.
You can just call it the UFP.
The UFP, yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, we go live tomorrow. We usually go live every Thursday. But yeah, basically how we got started was just me and Al have grown up. We've known each other nearly 30 years. And we got into this we've always been into it really. But we're both raging metalheads as well, so we love metal music. So yeah, hence the name, yeah. So so paranormal investigating metalheads, which is about right. But we've just started a metal band as well with the same name. So we're going to be getting that up and running.
Right, we're going to get you on a Wednesday night, so we just talk about you all night, because it'd be dead interesting.
Where you've been and what you've done and everything, yeah.
We've done a lot.
You what?
We've done quite a bit. We've done it for years, so we've done quite a bit. We kind of tend to fly up. We don't post as much as we should really, but it's one of them. And we go season by season as well. We don't go all the time. So we'll have a gap in the year where we don't do anything at all.
This is our last one tonight, isn't it?
It's the last one tonight, so we won't do anything else now till September. So we work through the winter, so we can get better equipment, and that's just how we do it.
It gets darker earlier as well.
Yeah. And we are in the middle of making a documentary, like a full. It's got to be about an hour and a half.
We are definitely getting you on a full chat.
Have to message after and
we will. Emma, that's your job.
Okay.
But yeah, just let us know when, and we'll happily come on and have a chat with you.
It's not one Wednesday at 8:30 in it for an hour.
Yeah, we do it. We do a chat every Wednesday. So
Well, maybe a date in May would be good.
Yeah, a date in May.
Fine, just let us know, and we'll happily come on. Not a problem.
We came over to Newsham Park not like this Christmas before with a group event that won it.
Yeah, because it's expensive, isn't it, to hire it out on your own?
It's
very expensive.
Yeah.
So we went with a group, and the half an hour we had on our own, it just kicked off. And then they were like, right, that's it, it's home time. We're like, no.
Go with, if you don't mind me asking.
Go with?
Who was it?
Haunted Happenings. Was it?
Yeah. No, that's who we piggybacked off.
Yeah.
And we were always never again. never again. Because I'd rather, to be honest, we were talking about going back.
Yeah.
We were talking about going back there, but again, we'd have to invite other teams because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, we're in.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because we've tried to, I think, get in touch with them, but they don't reply or something
They
like that.
responded to me, but it was very expensive.
Oh, is that what
Yeah,
happened?
it's like they mainly focus on events, which I think I don't like that personally. I think you should be allowed to have like a private investigation, especially in premises like that. But everyone just goes for events now because all the owners just want to make as much money as possible. They don't really care about what they're doing. They just want the money.
Yeah. And we prefer to actually hire places out as self.
Yeah.
Or go to places as self. Like, we don't really do events or attend events or anything now, do we?
No. But if you ever do Newsham, we're definitely
We'll be
in.
up for.
Yeah, so
That's fine, yeah, because like I said, we're all looking to get a few teams together, maybe like for later this year, and make an attempt to go back in. Only I say attempt only because of the price. So say like 2 to 3 teams would go in, and everyone just throws in the money and see if we can get in that way.
We'd be absolutely up for it,
Yeah,
because
we'd be up for it.
we had half an hour in an award, and we had cat balls, REM pod, all sorts, but we couldn't do anything more because we just ran out of time
to go home, yeah.
So all that naughty boys corridor and stuff, we were with a group, so
Yeah,
there's lots of places that we didn't manage to do. Yeah. Right, if you get in, then let us know, but we're interested in that, yeah.
But yeah, Emma, get in touch. Let's get them on the full-on chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
You'll hear from me soon.
Right, Corey, we need to hear yours now.
Yeah, as Corey stopped eating.
Have you stopped eating?
Yes, I have. Sorry, I was just finishing a piece of pizza.
A piece of pizza. What pizza?
White pizza with ricotta.
White pizza.
What's white pizza? Pizza just pizza?
It's like garlic and oil based instead of like tomato sauce based.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, that's what we call white pizza here.
Right.
When I was in Texas, I ordered pizza to come to my hotel, and I said, "Can I have chicken and sweet corn?" And the guy said, "What?" I said, "Chicken and sweet corn," and he went, "What?" I went, corn, chicken and corn. He went, "You want corn on your pizza?" I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Are you weird or what?" And I was like, hang on, you guys serve scones and call them biscuits.
Wait a minute. Do you call tomato sauce pizza red pizza then?
No, that's just pizza.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you should call it red pizza and white pizza.
That's an urban legend itself, isn't it?
The Italian Americans call it white pizza here in New Jersey, so I don't know.
Right, crack on. I can see Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
I hope I'm not about to take Mom's urban legend, because we may have the same one. I was going to talk about the Jersey Devil. So, Mom, let me know if that's the one you were going to talk about, and I'll pick a different one. Nope. Okay. Whew. Okay, so here, I mean, I don't know, is Jersey, so you guys are across the pond. Have you all heard of the Jersey Devil?
I have.
Yes.
You have, Emma? Okay. See, I don't know if that's really an international one. What'd you say, Heavy Metal?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard the name.
You heard of it?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, we do have several to choose from that. That is true. So the Jersey Devil, I'll just give like a really brief synopsis on what it is. Essentially was Mrs. Leeds from like the 1700s was having a child. During the birth, it was hurting her so much and causing her so much discomfort that she supposedly said something along the effect of, "This baby better be the devil," or, because it hurt so bad. When the doctors was delivering the baby, supposedly it was not a baby, but some half-hoofed, horned creature, and they pulled the baby out, and the baby sprouted wings and flew out of the window, essentially. And that's the start of the Jersey Devil lore. Now, there have actually been very high political figures from the 1700s that have supposedly had a sighting of the Jersey Devil. I think Benjamin Franklin or someone like that had a Jersey Devil encounter, and then like the cousin or the brother of a prince of France or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but it was a few like high politically, people. It's just this hoofed creature that supposedly flies around the Pine Barrens at night. We live really, really, really close, like maybe 20 minutes from where that story took place. So that's on the list of things to do.
Right. Can't wait to see you do that.
Oh, it's great. I mean, there's actually been reported sightings of the Jersey Devil from, goodness gracious, just a few years ago, actually. And funny enough, I worked with a guy whose family had a sighting, and they were actually witnesses on a very popular Monster Hunter show here in the United States. And they were interviewed for their sighting and everything like that. And I mean, listen, some of the sightings seems pretty credible. So they're seeing something, right? They're seeing something. And I don't think it's a misidentification, because deers don't sprout wings and fly away. So something's going on.
If you do find this Jersey Devil, you'll freak.
Keep it in America.
I know,
That's
yeah.
what I say.
You'll freak.
Keep it over there. I was going to say during that story, if I ever had a kid, it'd look exactly the same as that.
Oh, jeez. No.
It'd come out with hooves on and like a devil face, like, ooh, like that. Like what? Like, ooh, like that.
I think it's just I think it's interesting. I think that it's definitely, it's classified as a cryptid, and I think it's not necessarily as strong of quote unquote a cryptid as, say, like, Bigfoot. I definitely think that it's vastly more paranormal than it is like a potential actual physical creature.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if anybody's going to see it in the sky, it's you.
Exactly, yeah.
Isn't it?
Definitely.
Probably. Yeah, Allie actually lives in the Pine Barrens where it's supposed to be. She lives on the edge of the Pine Barrens, which is just a forest, a pine forest, essentially.
I saw your mum Joy had put that on there as well. Wow.
Yeah.
So she might see it.
Yeah.
Ali might see them. Wow. There you go.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
No, absolutely.
I love these stories. Joy, do you want to share yours?
Sure.
Let's put you in the big box.
Oh,
I love
she
the little
is.
picture of you, but I actually prefer your real face, because your real face.
Well, I just got out of the shower and my hair's in a bun, so no, that ain't happening today.
Everyone just got out the shower.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the shower after this.
But it will be next Wednesday when I'm talking to you live.
Wow.
I know, and we're going to ask you all the questions that everybody wants to know about your gifts.
Yeah.
Being creepy.
I know. I'm excited for next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Right, go on, Joy. Tell us your urban legends.
I'll tell this and then I'll drop down too, because like Tara has a good point. If we drop down, then someone else can pop up and tell their stories. So hold on. The dog is being fed by my English husband, who's not taking it into account that I'm on a live.
Love it.
I don't know that if it counts as an urban legend if you actually somebody actually experienced it. Like,
Yeah. They've got to come from
I
somewhere.
mean, it wasn't me, so it was told down through my family line about this, and it is able to be proven that this actually happened in the area that my grandma and my mom lived in, that I was actually born in. So way back in like the 1930s to 40s in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, where I was born, and we're originally from Kentucky. Now, Hopkinsville is generally known for what's called the Hopkinsville Goblin. There's a whole story around this Hopkinsville goblin that everybody sees, but the one thing that they never talk about is what was called the varmint. VARMIT. And this started happening in the 30s, the 40s, into the 50s, where farmers were they were coming out and their whole herd of cattle would be slaughtered. Their sheep would be slaughtered. They were reporting sightings of this giant, what I would equate to like a Sasquatch type figure. They were saying it was half ape, half man. It stood like anywhere between 8 to 10 feet tall, depending on, I guess where you were when you saw it. And this was happening all over Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and Madisonville, which is where I was born. And so, my grandma and my mom and everybody were in their house one night in my grandma's little shack there in Madisonville. And they were sitting in the living room, and my grandmother always sat in the same chair that had a window behind it. And all of a sudden they heard like this screeching, like howling noise, and like the sound of things being like ripped, like a tree, like trees being ripped and breaking. It sounded like my grandma equated it to a tornado. It was like limbs were coming down, and they all got very scared, and they didn't have electricity back in those days. My mom and my grandma were very poor, so they only had candles, and they had hurricane lamps, the old hurricane lamps that you light that you see in the old timey movies. And my grandmother, she was sitting in that chair, and everybody got huddled around her, and all of a sudden they heard like this heavy growling coming from the window behind my grandmother. And it was pitch black. My mom said it was probably 10, 11 o'clock at night, pitch black outside. They couldn't really see anything, but they could hear like this heavy breathing, like with a growl in it. And then this just bellowing, like roaring noise. And then something started tearing at the window behind my grandmother and ripping out the window of my grandma's home. So they all got up, and it was only a 2-room home. So they ran from the main room into the bedroom to hide in a corner. And this thing was like just ripping into the house, trying to pull the window, and got through the window and even got to my grandmother's chair. And then they heard gunshots and people screaming outside. Someone had decided to pew pew because they heard it, and it ran off howling. And my mom told this story. My grandma did. My aunt would talk about this story all the time, about the varmint, when the varmint came to their house and tried to get in.
That sounds
scary as anything.
And then, later on, when the internet came around, I actually started researching it, and there is articles out there on newspaper articles where they were reporting about the cattle and the varmint. They called it a varmint, and what that means in southern old backwoods terms is an unidentifiable animal. So like if a raccoon got in your attic, you'd say there's a varmint in the, and you didn't know it was a raccoon, you'd say there's a varmint in the attic.
The animal.
I know, yeah. Wow, that's I think more scary than the rest of them, because it's actually happened to your family,
Yeah.
I
mean, coming from the South and in Kentucky in particular, and like Appalachia regions, there's a lot of folklore that has some substance to it, where someone saw it or someone was participating. When I used to do the creepy coffee hour, I talked about the witch upon river bottoms story. That's a whole nother story in and of itself, but that, I don't know if that would qualify. I mean, that's another thing, folklore that was passed down through my family, of this incident happening with a witch that lived in the area. So yeah, that's my story.
Thank you.
I miss the creepy coffee hour. I used to catch it sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to start it back up here in the next couple of, probably, I'm looking at maybe May or something. I'll have to start over, maybe go back and refresh on some of the ones that I did before, because they're all true stories. I did not cover the varmint though, so you're the first one to get the varmint.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. Joy spills the beans on the
Yeah,
varmint.
she does, yeah. The varmint.
Yep.
I mean, when it comes to like things like urban legends and stuff, I'm like, I want to see it. So I was always really, like, is this really, I guess it's more folklore, but if they actually experienced it, does it count as a legend or a folklore? Those all originate from somewhere.
You see, I suppose it's because you're close to the people that experienced it, whereas the urban legends from before, somebody must have seen and witnessed it, and it's just carried on through the years on it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So this is like a first generation, like urban legend experience or something.
That's really cute as well. Corey said he'll join you on your creepy coffee hour.
No, he won't.
You've got a great relationship, them two.
Yeah.
Huh?
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I love you guys.
I love you too. Can't wait for the chat next week with you as well.
Excited.
Good. Ellen, are you going to share yours? Because
yeah, I can.
You created your own urban legend, which makes you a legend.
Don't get too excited. It's it's not the best. I would have been about 7 at the time, I think. And me and my friends always used to make dens in the woods. So we went off collecting our sticks or whatever we were collecting. And I saw the best thing to make a den, but I had to crawl over this log to get it. And there was an absolute giant daddy long legs on this log, which sent me running, screaming. But I thought, I can't tell my friends I saw a spider, because they'll just all laugh at me. So instead, I created my own urban legend and said I saw a man in a black cloak with a black hood, and he chased me through the woods. And then it became a big story at school. Everyone then started seeing the man in the woods, which was interesting because I hadn't even seen the man in the woods. And it kind of spiraled from there. So that was my that's my own little urban legend.
Even to this day, do people talk about it?
I bet they are.
I don't know, actually. I don't really speak to many of the people at my primary school, so I don't know. I don't know if it's still a thing.
Those kids that you went to school with are probably now telling their children about this man in the woods.
Yeah, that weren't even there. For a daddy long legs.
Probably. I know, all over a daddy long legs.
I hope they're not listening. Shattered the urban legend.
I know. Shattered the nightmares of kids.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know. But it's funny because Alice didn't go to the same primary school as me, but she had a similar urban legend. So we don't know if it kind of creeped over to her school or where that came from. But yeah, that was my story.
In the same area, even though you weren't at the same school, I'm sure.
I just wish I had a great memory like you lot, because I don't know what I did yesterday. Never mind when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I bet there's loads of things that I've heard about before, but I can't remember them.
My primary school was an old building. It used to be a hospital on the wall, and the toilet had the morgue sign above it, and everyone used to say they saw ghosts in there.
Well, Ellen, you talk about spooky and kooky stuff all the time, so you must have another urban legend for us as well.
Well, I like I say, my favourite is Mothman. I do love Mothman. I've even got a T-shirt with Mothman on, which I wear quite a lot, even at work, if I can get away with it.
Have you got the Mothman Build-A-Bear?
No, I didn't even
so
know
cute.
That's amazing.
So I don't. Tell us the story of Mothman.
So Mothman would have been probably, I think, around the 60s in Point Pleasant, which is West Virginia. And basically he just terrorized the town for a good couple years. And he had a habit of, they think there were multiple actually, sat on top of buildings, and all you would see is the glowing red eyes. Chasing cars. They said he was about 7 foot tallish, so clearly not an owl or any other sort of known bird. But yeah, he would chase cars down. There was even one lady that said he almost grabbed her as she was with a group of friends trying to run back into the house. So yeah, I do like Mothman. They think that he's a bit of an omen, so if you see Mothman, it means something bad is going to happen, because they had a bridge collapse in Point Pleasant, which killed a lot of people actually, and that was just when the Mothman sightings ended. I mean, I think there's a couple that come through, but that was when the sort of hype ended. But they have a Mothman museum there and a little parade for him every year. So
Isn't there a movie as well based on it?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure there must be.
I'm sure I've seen it, but when I was a kid.
Yeah, there's got to be. But yeah, he's in my top 5, I'd say. I do like Mothman.
Love it. Great story. So love it. Trev, we're echoing now. Trev's back. What happened, Trev?
There is a film about it.
There is Mothman. Yeah.
Horror 2002.
I've not watched the film though.
The Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah. I've not watched the film.
There you go.
Ah.
Well,
Trev, Tara, you guys must have either an Irish version or an Italian urban legend you can talk about. Trev in the box. Thanks, Alan. I absolutely love the story.
Yeah, thank you.
Of your own urban legend that you created. I think that's boss.
Hey up, Trev.
Sorry, my connection dropped for some reason. The Wi-Fi only came back yesterday, and for some reason it played up. So I guess I wouldn't call it an urban legend. It's kind of more a local ghost story. So in Macroom, there's 2 churches in the town. One is Church of Ireland and the other is the Catholic Church, which both strangely share the same name, St. Coleman's. Don't know was that on purpose or not. But in relation to the Church of Ireland one, it's been deconsecrated with years, but when we were younger, we were told that if you walked around the church anti-clockwise 12 times at midnight on Halloween, the devil would appear.
Right.
It was tried, but I don't know if they done it at the wrong time or they done it the wrong way, that they didn't go anti-clockwise, but I don't think anyone ever actually saw the devil.
God, they'd crap their pants if they did.
I know. This is the thing. I don't think I'd try it,
No,
just
I
in
wouldn't.
case.
It'd be worth to go now, but I don't think anything will come of it. As I said, it was more a local ghost story than an urban legend. Yeah. I can't really think of any urban legends that would be specific to Macroom or Cork.
I hear a meow. I don't know if that's my cat or Tara and Trev.
That is our crew. Pepsi's currently chasing the kitten.
Mine's harassing for his tea. He's here. Hang on. There he is.
Want to say hello to the other kitty?
They say hello to each other.
Oh, look.
No interest. She wants to. Come here, bubble boy.
We have the 7 Witches Road.
Oh, little smoky cat.
Look.
That one's like, what's going on?
B was the same. I picked him up and he was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Cute.
Oh,
there we go. It's off.
So Joy said there we have the 7 Witches Road here too. I have to get you to tell us that one in a minute. Right, I will tell a quick one as well.
Hey up, there's another cat.
Is there?
Where?
John got one.
Oh look! Oh,
Bless. It's all about the pussies tonight.
Always about the pussy with you, Sal.
It is, mate, you're right. Right, go on then.
I'll share mine. Anyone else who want to jump in a box, jump in. Tara, you must have
She's gone to bed.
Oh, she gone to bed?
Bottom right. That's
that
it.
one. There you go, that's it. Okay, so mine is Yorkshire based and it's the Yorkshire Werewolf. So, the Yorkshire Werewolf is also known as Old Stinker. I don't know why. And apparently the werewolf is between 7 and 8 foot tall.
They're never 2 foot, are they?
No, they're massive.
You know, they're never 2 foot tall.
Well,
they're always like 8,
well, I suppose
10
if they
foot
had a
tall.
boggart or something like that, they might be
Yeah.
quite small.
Okay, crack on.
Anyway,
Aren't leprechauns supposed to be small as well?
exactly.
Ask Trev.
That's Trev. That's cute.
A Brendan Grace joke quickly about leprechauns. Slightly racist, could get cancelled. We haven't had leprechauns in Ireland since the Chinese found out they taste like chicken.
Oh no.
Eh?
Blame the Chinese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been serving leprechaun in Ireland.
They serve dog in Yorkshire. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Where was I up to? So yeah, it's between 7 and 8 foot tall, and it has big red eyes, and it lurks in the bushes. And apparently, there's been sightings since that date back to around the 18th century, and this werewolf thing is known to hide out in the woods, and you just see the glowing red eyes. And some people say that it just sits there and waits and watches and then follows you. And other people have said that it chases cars. Apparently, it's been known to pick up cattle, kill cattle and pick it up. I shouldn't say that. Unalive cattle and pick it up.
I'm actually more astounded by the way you said cattle in such a Yorkshire way.
Cattle?
To say you're a bit
Sorry, cattle.
from down south. You normally go cattle and raspberry, and you actually went cattle like me.
Sorry, cattle. And it's sort of East Yorkshire way, so it's over like Holside that they've had sightings. And the last one was around 2016, where a woman reported that she'd seen this big, hairy animal that was like 7 or 8 foot tall.
Big hairy animal.
Big hairy animal that was 7 or 8 foot tall. Will you?
We're all pointing.
Big hairy animal that was 7 or 8 foot tall, and it was eating a German Shepherd apparently. So it put the whole sort of area into mass panic when that was reported. So that's my little story. Oh, it said accept. Who am I accepting? Becca Chop. Yay.
Let's go soon because we're going to head down. We're going to head down.
Yeah, so.
Hey,
So
thank
We're
you.
going to have to leave in a minute because we've got to head down to our location tonight.
No worries.
All
Right,
right.
thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Good luck, all the best with your investigation, and we'll be in touch for your Wednesday
no problem.
night.
Yeah. Thanks
That's
so
great.
much for sharing your stories.
No
Very
problem.
welcome.
Anytime.
Have a good
night.
investigation.
See you later.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Have a good night.
Ta-da.
Right.
Aw,
So,
Becca.
Becca, Marie's joined as well. So, Becca, have you got an urban legend to share?
I do. I thought I was boring, but it slapped my brain. I do have a story. Oh God. Hey.
Yeah, center stage. Where are you from, Becca?
I live in the state of Georgia, but the story that I'm gonna share it happened in Alabama, where I was born and raised. It's still in the South, but I heard an urban legend or folklore that on one of the back roads there was an old railroad track, and a school bus of children. Thank you, darling. Crossed over the railroad track and it stalled. The engine went out and a train hit the school bus, and supposedly everybody in there they didn't make it, to be polite. And the legend was if you roll and put your car in neutral, the spirit of the children will save you from meeting the same fate that they did, and they'll push you off.
Wow.
So my husband and I, when he and I were first together, I was like, let's go test the theory. We took a leveler, like a construction leveler, to level the ground and everything to kind of debunk it and make it make sense. Like maybe gravity was pulling the vehicle. No, it was perfectly level. So we pulled up, parked on the railroad track, put our car in neutral, and how about our car was pushed off of the railroad track.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Wow.
I don't know what to tell you. I just know what we experienced and what we'd heard, but that's the story I wanted to share. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah,
That's a nice
mad.
story. I like that.
That's cute, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kids are saving people.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen that on Ghost. I've seen an episode of that on Ghost Adventures somewhere as well. I'm sure, and I'm sure it's like on an uphill slope as well, isn't it? Isn't that like a bit of an uphill on there? And it still
No,
gets
this
pushed
was in a
past.
small town, a back road
Is
in
it?
Alabama. You would probably never have heard this story before.
Yeah. That's a really
It's
good
quite
story.
flat round there, is it not?
Yeah. Yeah. But
I
as Becca
imagine
said,
it all being a bit like the road from LA to Vegas, apart from the mountains. It's just all one straight road.
I don't know.
It's flat.
As
It's
Becca
not
said, they
flat.
checked the road
Yeah.
beforehand and checked it with a leveler.
With spirit
or
level, yeah.
level, and it was level. So,
That's sweet, that they save you.
oh,
Well done, you, for testing it, because I'm not sure I would.
I would. As long as I knew a train wasn't coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd test it. Well, yeah, I certainly wouldn't do it if I knew there were a train coming.
I know. And I wouldn't do it in an old car just in case it didn't start.
No, because then you're either going to cause an accident on the train, aren't you? Then, because you can't move car,
Exactly.
so
yeah.
you're going to just cause a nightmare. Yeah.
I know.
Anyway, good one. I like it.
I like it. Thank you for sharing. Marie, have you got one?
Not
It's
really.
nice to meet you as well, Becca. by the way.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Becca.
Oh, there we go. Marie's big.
Why are you putting me in the big screen? As long as you don't make me go in a cell by myself in that place, right? I am not going in a cell by myself in that place that you're taking me to.
You can't promise.
No, can't promise
No, I'm
anything.
joking.
Yeah, I'm hoping to pay for it this Friday, so
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
I'm excited.
So you must
Really, I'm
have-
excited for that.
You must have a Welsh urban legend for us. But Shrewsbury's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't, you know.
You haven't?
No.
She's too excited for Shrewsbury.
I can't think of one now.
I know.
Can't think
I mean,
of one.
there is like old sort of, you know, sort of old tales, but it's not a real tale sort of thing. Just a made up one.
But you know it's made up. It's got to come from somewhere.
It could have, yeah, but they try and say that the lake here, because it's a natural lake, but they're trying to say that the well wasn't capped one evening because they used to have someone to look after the well, and but they didn't put the lid on, it flooded this little village just underneath it. That's for Barrow Lake one that was, and the harpist that was meant to put the lid on, he'd fallen asleep on the hill, and he woke up and seen his hat floating on top of the lake.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Barrow Lake was there ever since. I know of that one, but
There you go.
not really an urban legend sort of thing.
It's because we put you on the spot, Marie. That's what
Yeah,
we
I
are.
know. That was a bit of a on the spot thing.
Has Emma got another?
Yeah, we've got time for one more. Has anybody got an urban legend? Then we'll just have a couple of minutes normal chat before we go.
Yeah.
I want to hear the Witch's Road that Joy was on about.
Joy, come back. Do your road. Seven Witches Road. You're coming back in.
When she said that, I did think about Pendle Hill as well because of all the Pendle witches.
Right. Yeah, Pendle Witch, yeah. Pendle Witch.
Oh God, what's going on with that? I only see a big white circle.
And we see you in a circle.
Yeah, it's your
Okay.
profile picture in the circle.
So weird. TikTok is glitching so bad. I don't know a whole bunch about this, but we've been talking about going and doing it. It's called the Seven Witches Road. It's in North Jersey. But what it is this road. It has 7 bumps in it. So it's a very long, straight road. And it's again through the Pine Barrens where the Jersey Devil is supposedly residing. But the local legend is that you drive as fast as you can down the road, and as you go over each bump, when you get to if you make it to the 7th bump and you don't chicken out or wreck, a witch will appear in the road. Now, I would say if that was the case, and people test this all the time, and there are lots of accidents there, and they attribute that to the witch showing up and scaring people I think it's because they drive at a high rate of speed and go over these bumps. Personally, I've not been there yet, but there have been many accidents in that area, like with kids going out and trying it. But many of them have said when they hit that seventh bump that they do see something in the road on the seven witches road.
I wonder if you drove slower, you'd see it, or you just have to be fast.
I don't know, but all I can say is if I ever go to America, I am not moving to Pine Barrens.
No.
No way.
There's
All
a
these
lot.
stories.
There's a lot that has gone on in the Pine Barrens, other than just the Jersey Devil. It's one of America's biggest dumping grounds, if you know what I mean. And many bodies have been found in the Pine Barrens. As a matter of fact, where Allie lives on the edge of the Pine Barrens, not very long ago, a man was pulling it down a gravel road, and Corey and Allie actually went down this road by accident. And there was a refrigerator on the side of the road on this turnoff. This is a true story that just happened like last year or the year before. And he was like, well, why is there a refrigerator? And when he opened it, there was a body in the refrigerator of a young girl.
Oh my God.
So there's just, the Pine Barrens are just creepy in general. They're really creepy.
Yeah.
That was really creepy. Wow.
That's horrible.
Do you know what?
There's if you look up the Pine Barrens, there's so many different folklores and stories. And what Corey also didn't tell you is that Mother Leeds, the mother of the Jersey Devil, he was also her 13th child. So there's the number 13 plays a lot into the Jersey Devil.
Yeah. I love that. Becca's response, oh Lord, nah.
I can't see any because I have this white circle. All of the comments are white and I can't read any of the comments.
Put her back down then.
We'll put you back down, Joy.
All right, love you guys.
Not down. You don't have to leave.
No,
you don't have to leave.
leave.
We'll just not put you in the big box, see if that changes it. I can't remember to put myself back.
Lara, you rubbish, but
Bottom
Bottom right.
I've done it. There we go.
it's something that works with tech. You're not very like.
What's that one?
I don't know.
I've got to invite because I don't know what it is. It's
Freddy.
Krueger.
I'd imagine it was.
It's Freddy Krueger.
Weird. Watch this now, right? Doesn't it look like I'm in your house now? Watch.
Are you the real Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like I'm in your house? Look, I've got the beams.
You're like now.
Can I ask you a question then, Freddie, right?
Yeah.
So, in Nightmare on Elm Street, #1, there was a girl in a body bag, and it was like, she was saying to her friend, follow me. Would you have followed her?
It's gone. It's dead.
Oh, I don't know.
There's actually a street not far away from me called Elm Street.
Is there?
Next to Quick Fit.
Well, I suppose we're coming to the end of the chat anyway, aren't we?
We are.
And it's been really good. I've actually really enjoyed everybody's stories.
Yeah,
and it's been nice as well because we've spoke to a few other people, which has been really good. Marie, it's going to be awesome at Shrewsbury. We cannot wait. Can
It'll be
we?
good.
It's so close now as well. It's literally around the corner. And then you'll meet Tara and Trev as well because they'll be there, and Emma and a few others. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some news coming up in a few weeks at some point.
What?
Who was that? Freddie.
Can I rejoin?
All right. How are you?
I gotta rejoin. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we have got some big news, but we're not sharing it yet.
no, we're not sharing it yet, but it's pretty huge.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. Cannot wait. So we have time for Guess the Object, which we always do at the end. Marie, I'm going to put you in a box. Grab an object. You're going first on Guess the Object this week.
Guess the object. She's got one.
Have you got one?
Your mic was off, Marie.
Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. Go on.
I love it. Go on,
I've
what
got to
object
guess
have
what
you got?
object.
Have
No.
you got one?
Right, should we do one first so you know what we
I've
do?
got one in my hand as well.
Right,
put
Emma will
Emma
go
on.
first. You can go next. So you need to grab an object for us to guess
Okay.
in a minute.
All
Will.
right.
But this Emma will show you what we do. So
An object.
guess
Okay.
the object. Everyone's got to guess what it is.
So
Toothbrush,
Not toothbrush, no.
hairbrush, nail brush.
Nope, not
You're not
brush.
showing us a lot. Emma always has random things though.
This
What
one
is
is
that?
really
Teeth?
random.
Teeth, chattering teeth.
Yeah, you wind it up and you put it on the floor and it chatters.
That was a good guess though. Lip balm.
Yeah.
Oh, Becca got teeth as well.
Yeah,
She must have been typing it as you said it.
Yeah. Right, Marie, you ready?
Right. We'll put Marie on.
I've got an object in my hand now.
Right.
Slowly,
Okay.
slowly.
Slowly just drop it at the top so we just see a little bit at a time.
Oh, what?
What is it? I can't concentrate because I'm laughing at you laughing.
Anyone got any
Ball.
balls?
It's a what?
A cat ball.
It is.
Is it? Well done, Trev.
Well done, Trev.
Well done. Anybody
Yeah.
else got one?
Oh.
Freddie, we finish at 9:30. But we generally come every Wednesday night
We'll
at
pop you
8:30.
on if we can quickly.
All right, go
Just
on.
to say good.
Say hi and
Bye.
yeah, hi and bye. Are you there?
Is Freddie still there? Has he gone? Oh.
He's not in the chat anymore.
Has he gone? Must have been because we were talking.
Oh, I hope you don't think I was being rude.
Oh, we'll drop him a message and just say we were finishing. Sorry that we didn't get him back on.
Oh, I feel bad now.
Oh. Anyway, so
It is 9:30.
have you got to guess the object?
No,
You've not got to guess the
I
object.
don't want to do guess the object.
Okay,
tonight.
I've got to guess the object.
I
Here
knew
we
you were
go.
going to pick something like that.
How did you
Bottom
know?
right.
I'm doing it. Right, okay. This is my random object. Are you ready, guys? So, hang on, it's coming.
Lighter, is it? No.
Nope.
It looks like eye drops or something.
It
Emma,
Is it?
get them eye drops.
I was like, it looks like a water gun. I was like, no, it doesn't.
No,
I
it's
know.
Gary's eye drops.
I know.
Oh, we
Hey.
need to message Freddie.
Yeah,
I feel really
I
bad
will.
now.
I'll message Freddie and apologise that we didn't get him back on.
Just so we're finished. I feel really bad though now.
I know. I do. Right, guys. We will hopefully see you all again next week. Don't forget, we've got Joy joining us next week to talk to us. So that's going to be so cool.
Yeah,
so
come join us.
Come and join
I need to fix it.
and support.
I pulled my SLS apart. I'm going to fix it up ready for the
What is
event.
it? Put it back. What have you broken?
SLS.
The big
SLS.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh God.
It needs new batteries or so. Don't worry.
oh, is that it?
I'll sort it.
Oh, Joy's
Don't be
nervous. Don't be
nervous,
nervous.
Joy. It's only like a normal night.
I know.
It's only us.
Is it? Is that? Yeah, it's only us talking to you.
Yeah.
And if anybody misses any of the chats at any point as well, we do stick them on our YouTube, so you can go and, if you're bored when you're working or whatever, listen back to them. So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
we've called it "Heard It Through the Grapevine." That's what we've called our little chat sessions to put when we put them on YouTube. I hate being on camera if you couldn't tell. Oh, Becca, we actually really appreciated you coming on. Your story was lovely. It was really nice.
That was Joy.
Joy.
Oh, it was Joy.
Yeah.
I need to change my
I think
glasses.
you do. Anyway, I'm off to feed Cat.
Yes, we'll have to feed the cat.
Love you all. See you
Love you
all
all.
next week.
See you all next week.
Take care.
Bye.
See you, Emma. See you, Joy. See you, Marie.